We are going to talk about food fears today. One of mine being blue cheese. Not a huge fan. We're going to talk about potentially ways that you can make some of these things less scary by using it in different applications to hopefully help mask the taste a little bit. To start, let's try it. Yay, exciting. That was a really big piece. Yep, still not a fan. Ugh. Let's see, what I'm not a fan about, it's not really the funkiness. I know a lot of people don't like cheeses like this because they're funky, but there are definitely some other cheeses that other people see as funky that I don't really mind. I like goat cheeses, even funkier goat cheeses or stronger tasting goat cheeses. I don't mind. So it's not the concept behind it that freaks me out, which, if you didn't know, blue cheese is pretty much just kind of like moldy cheese. Raw milk aged at a minimum of 60 days. You can have a blue cheese that's made out of cow milk, or they make other blue cheeses that are made of different milks, but essentially it's just moldy cheese. So that concept doesn't freak me out. So that's not necessarily why I don't like it, but I think it is just the intensity of it. You know, it's where it kind of hits for me on my palate that is just different than some others. This one really kind of like hits me right here in the back of my jaw a little bit. And it kind of lingers. I think that's my issue too. It just kind of really coats your whole mouth, and you don't really taste much else. It's not like a nice little dash of something. It just really is pretty intense. Now we're gonna figure out how to make it maybe more palatable, less intense or less overpowering. So to make it a little more palatable, we're going to use it in a couple different applications to see if that is helpful. First one we're gonna do is a grilled cheese. I feel like everything's better in grilled cheese form, so that has to be better. Plus, you know, there are other components to it. We got the bread, so hopefully that kind of gives a little more body to the entirety of the thing so that it's not just a giant mouthful of blue cheese. And also we're gonna incorporate another cheese into it as well to help with the nice meltiness of a traditional grilled cheese. So hopefully incorporating another cheese into it might also, again, spread the wealth of the intensity of that cheese to hopefully make for a more pleasant bite. We'll see. All right, so we have our grilled cheese, which, as you can see, perfection. Nice golden brown and crispy. So pretty much perfect, minus the whole blue cheese thing, but here we are. We're gonna do the thing, face our fears. Let's see if this made it any better. I think that might have made it worse. Oh, that was such a big chunk of blue cheese. Oh, that might have been more intense. No, yeah, you know, it's really good in theory. My hypothesis was incorrect. It did not decrease the intensity. In fact, I think it might have increased the intensity of the blue cheese. Maybe something about the heat and the meltiness, then it just kind of penetrated all the components of it. Still intense and still kind of took over everything. Maybe I just put too much. I don't know. I was really trying to lean into it. But now I'm just sad because now I ruined a perfectly good grilled cheese with blue cheese. So one thought I had was typically more intense cheeses like this, the blue cheeses, the bries, the goat cheeses tend to pair really nicely with like a sweeter component, like fruit, for example. So I thought, okay, well, maybe we'll add some apple and see if it tastes better. Put that there, see if that works. So now I'm running into like a texture thing for myself where it's like that crispy outside and then gooey inside, but then it's like this weird crispy inside again. I don't know. It's just throwing me off a little bit. I think it lessens the intensity of the blue cheese, but I just also might not have gotten a spot that had a ton of blue cheese. I don't know. It's still not hitting for me. Plain on some apple. Okay. That was not as intense, I have to say. When it's just the apple and the cheese, it makes it slightly less intense, actually. I think the sweetness does actually pair nicely with it. I'm still not a fan. I can still obviously taste it, but I do think the apple helped. So let's see what a salad can do for us. I'm gonna throw some fruit in our salad too to see if that helps the situation. We have our salad. So we have arugula. Thought that would be a good lettuce choice because it's a little peppery, perhaps. It and the blue cheese can battle. I don't know. And then we have some cherry tomatoes, we have some strawberries, we have some apple, and then of course we have our blue cheese. And then the lemon and olive oil, little dressing there. So let's try it out. I'm gonna toss it up a little bit. All right, I think I got everything. Okay. I mean, it is kind of a lot of things going on. I think I probably could have done like without the tomato, but overall, I think that was pretty successful though. I think the lettuce choice was probably a solid choice because this lettuce is a little more intense. Like it's a little peppery and it has just a lot more flavor to it than just like a regular romaine lettuce, for example. So I think that actually really helped. And I think the random sweet components like the apple and the strawberry actually helped as well. I still tasted the blue cheese. Didn't seem as intense to me. So let me just try it with just the fruit, no tomato. This is really for you. This is not for me. This hurts my feelings. It's for you. Yeah. I think that works. I think that does work. The blue cheese in this application is not as intense. The other flavors kind of really help tone it down and balance it out a little bit. The sweetness from the fruit really helps, and then that peppery intensity from that flavorful arugula, I think also really helps to kind of slightly mute the intensity of the blue cheese. So I think that one was mildly successful. You try it. You tell me what you think. So after all of this, all of the torture and the sadness and the deep quality time I've spent with blue cheese now, has my opinion changed? Let's find out. No, it's still bad. It's still terrible. I don't like it. You might, and that's cool. We're still friends. I'm good. Maybe I'll do it with the fruit. That's about it.